I'm liking how The Promised Neverland is coming out much earlier than normal. I really do hope this becomes a regular thing, because honestly, I didn't expect it to be out so early. Usually it comes out, like I said, around Saturday, Sunday, sometimes Monday. And to see it out on like a Thursday or a Friday, that makes me happy. I'm really happy. And I hope the translators can continue to do that, because it's nice to see it early and on the same time when the other chapters come out, because it makes my schedule a hell of a lot easier to be able to, you know, talk about these chapters all at once. But, anyways, just nice. It's really nice to have this out early. So, getting off of that, let's talk about one of the big things at the end of the chapter, which I want to bring up the page and discuss. So, the final page of The Promised Neverland, like the final page, final panel and all that of the latest chapter, chapter 44 to be exact, there is a panel to when Ray is being picked up by this mysterious figure on a horse. And he's like, who is this? Now, we don't know exactly if this person is a good person, a bad person, we have no idea. At this time, though, this person seems to trying to save Ray. For instance, grabbing Ray away from the demons and running off. So, either this person wants Ray for themselves to eat him, for they can eat Ray and have him all to themselves, or this person's trying to save Ray. Well, one or the other. Regardless, though, at the very least, Ray is getting out of here from the demons that have been chasing him from the farm. Now, one of the big things I want to point out is the horse design. Now, many might not understand maybe the reference of this horse or whatever. Now, I don't know if the writer and the artist was referencing this or not, but I know a lot of mangaka love using mythology. That's a big thing when it comes to, you know, series and stuff or literature. And being someone that plays a lot of Smite, plays, you know, a lot of warriors like Odin and stuff in Smite, I kind of know a little bit about mythology. And basically, this final page, okay, with the horse, the 8-legged horse, that's Sleipnir. Hopefully I'm pronouncing the name right. It's Sleipnir, Odin's steed, his main horse he rode. That is Sleipnir, or at the very least the design is very similar to Sleipnir, because Sleipnir is an 8-legged horse, because you can count 8 legs here. You can exactly count 8 legs on this horse, and so I'm thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, did the writer just, like, do some, like, references to Norse mythology? Because if so, we can expect some more Norse mythology most likely in the future, because this design is straight up Odin's steed. It's Odin's steed, Sleipnir. So, that's cool. That's really cool, and I'll probably have a picture on screen for you to see for yourself. I don't know if I'll add or not. It just really depends on how editing goes with the other videos, but basically, just type in Sleipnir. Just type in Sleipnir, and you'll also see a bunch of pictures. It's Odin's 8-legged horse, so, kind of curious about that. I'm really curious if this is supposed to be a reference to that or not. But anyways, let's get off of that though, okay? Because I get a little bit too far into mythology and stuff, because I really appreciate and enjoy that type of stuff. So this person that is saving Ray at the end of the chapter, I believe this is a different person from the one that was talking to Gilda and Don and all them. That's where Emma is. I believe there's 2 separate people right now, because you have the one with Don and Gilda talking with them, and this one comes up to save Ray. And there's a big distance between both parties right now, and this is going on basically at the exact same time. Ray's running for his life, he's trying to get away, while, you know, Don and Gilda are trying to get away from the other direction, and you have it to where, you know, Emma passes out. So, this is happening around the exact same time. So, I believe that this person saving Ray is not the exact same person that is with the children. There might be a likely possibility maybe these are 2 separate groups. Like, even though they have a similar design and all that, they're wearing like a hood and all that, there is a possibility that both of these, you know, people could not be working together. Like, the one with Ray could honestly be a good person, while the one with Don and Gilda and their group over there, that could be a very bad individual. That's a demon in, you know, sheep's clothing. That could be what's going on there. So, yeah, but I do believe they're 2 separate people. Regardless, though, I'm under the belief that the one that's with Don and Gilda, that's obviously a woman. And in this case with Ray, I'm assuming this is a dude that's currently picking up Ray, because since this is obviously a reference to Sleipnir, Odin's steed, I'm going to assume that this dude is, or this person is a dude on top of it. Now, we don't know if this person is a demon or a regular human. I have no idea, but we can get one thing out of this, is that this horse that this person is riding is not natural at all. Now, we could assume that this is a demon, similar to how, there's some demons that, just don't have a mind or intelligence at all. Maybe this is another case of that, another demon, but which has been tamed and this person is using. I mean, that is a possibility. Remember what was said in last chapter. A bunch of demons are all in different shapes and sizes and forms. They don't always all look alike. So, clearly, this could still be a demon very similar to the demons that have been hunting after our characters trying to eat them, but this can be a demon that was tamed and passive tamed or whatever, and it's not hostile towards, children or, humans in general. So that could be what's going on here. But anyways, though, let's talk about Don and Gilda's situation for a second, because I've already focused on Ray and all that a little bit already in this video. So, Don and Gilda's segment of this chapter, I don't really know how to peg this person. We get to see kind of an up-close look at the face, and the way the face looks, it looks like it's human. But looks can be deceiving. There might be a possibility of a creature knowing some form of shape-shifting ability or something, because we know this, series is set really far into the future, because technology's advanced to a point to where there's holograms and stuff, so there might be a possibility to have some form of, illusion where you can shapeshift or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing out there because we don't know the entirety of the world of the Promised Neverland. And so this person could be, someone that's just shapeshifting. It could be a demon that could shapeshift, because this is a shonen at the end of the day, and usually shonen have abilities, powers, and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if our children will ever, get powers and stuff, but at the very least, the demons most likely will have some form of powers, and I could see some of them having the ability to change shape or shapeshift, or some form of the creatures in the environment could shapeshift too. I mean, think about, the plant that was, eating, or trying to eat the children. That could be something similar to this. Maybe a life form that, is like an anglerfish or something. It dangles like a little light in front of you, and then when you go over there, it devours your ass. That could be what this is, too. Now, besides all of that, though, I do want to say, I do appreciate the writer kind of focusing on Don and Gilda in this chapter, because one of the big things about any series in general is that if you have a big cast, it's best to develop the entire cast instead of just focusing on the main central cast. For instance, instead of just focusing on, the MC, like in this case, our MCs are Ray, Emma, and Norman if he is still alive, which we know he was probably alive since we didn't really get to see his body. Regardless of that, though, those are our main characters. And normally when it comes to writing, the writer has to focus on the MC and develop the MC because that's their journey. However, that does not mean that you should, neglect your other characters and throw them on under the bus and allow them not to get any development at all. And so I've been looking forward to seeing some of these characters getting development, the spotlight, have a chapter focused on them, and we might be getting that very soon because of how Don and Gilda are having to play that role of watching over the children, because Emma right now is out of commission. She can't do anything. She can't think of plans. She can't fight back, run away, because right now she has succumbed to her illness, her injury with her ear, so she can't do anything right now, and so it's up to Don and Gilda to kind of make these decisions, and so it's kind of like the chapter or the series is starting to focus on them, and we're getting to see how they would deal with these situations, how would they deal with problems that they need to face. Now, obviously, they're not as smart as someone like Norman, Ray, or Emma, but they are still very intelligent. You shouldn't underestimate these two, and so I'm kind of curious to see more about their personalities, how they can handle certain things that come their way, and how could they operate without the help of Emma, Ray, and Norman. So I'm looking forward to this, if that is where the writer is wanting to take this, because of them, saying like, wait a minute, show us your face, getting really worried, not trusting this individual, because it just seems too good to be true for someone to just walk up and, offer help or whatever. Just, it doesn't make any sense, especially everything they've seen already in this world. I wouldn't trust any individual that pops up and is like offering me help. I would assume there's some form of motive they want, like they're trying to eat me for themselves and, just steal me away from the demons that are chasing me, something like that. But regardless of all those little details, though, that's about it. I mean, chapter ends off on 2 cliffhangers this time. Not 1, 2, because we don't know what is happening with Don and Gilda's group, and we don't know what's going on with Ray. I mean, we don't know how both of those, different parts of the cast are handling their situation right now. I mean, for all we know, these two could be working together, that's coming to save the children, or they could be separate parties. So that's about it when it comes to this chapter. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about Ray passing out and, getting help? How do you feel about how he's trying to outsmart the demons, but they just tired him out eventually? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below, and I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.